Hey, so I wanted to walk you through the GitHub download for the repository. So first off, you're going to need to go up here to the desktop.github.com. Just download the client, install it. It'll download as a zip, and then you'll have the GitHub desktop wherever it is that you unzip it. It just runs as an application on Mac, so you don't necessarily even have to install. So if you want it in your applications folder, you can just drag it there. But once you log in and you get everything together, you'll see all of the let's get started thing here, and you'll see all of the repositories you have. You're going to see probably Stratus RPG and then nothing else on there because you probably haven't created one, but I invited you to Stratus RPG. So you click into it, and you'll see down here where it says clone. That's my username, and then Stratus RPG is the name of the repository that I've been uploading all the files to. So you click it, and it will bring up all of this stuff. So what this tells you where it's coming from, which is the same thing that I just told you. It's my GitHub, my username, and then stratusrpg.git. That's just where it is. If you want to change where it's installed, you can do that where you have it on your computer. By default, it goes into /github/ whatever the repo is /stratusrpg here. So if you wanted that to be like game dev or anything like that, or RPG maker, I want it in game dev. So I just type it in there, do the thing, and then I'll hit clone. And when it's cloning it, that is the download option for it, except the difference in cloning and downloading is that when you clone it like this, you're going to be able to then work with it back and forth on the GitHub site. If you just download it from there, like as a zip or something, you're not going to be connected to anything, and you'll have to constantly rezip and re-upload, and we know that that's been a total pain. So this may take a little while because it's a fairly large project, but we will get to that. I'm going to pause the video here and wait on this to download. Hey, I'm back. So now you will see this screen on your GitHub client, and you'll see up here where it says Stratus RPG. That should be the only one that you've got. It might say Nimbus RPG because mine still does, because that was what I called it at the beginning, but I renamed it online, so it'll say Stratus RPG. Now you'll see current branch master right here. That means that is the one. Well, it's the master branch. The branches are what you and I are going to be able to work on separately. Like, I'll branch off of it, do my stuff. You'll branch off of it and do your stuff. And then when we decide to merge it together into one solid project again, that's what the master branch is. So master branch is generally not something that we're going to want to work on at the same time together, because it can really screw with things that way. So we're always going to want to have a branch. If you look wherever you put it, you should be able to see whatever the game dev or GitHub folder that you put it in. So I've got game dev here, and then you'll see Stratus RPG is there, and all of the normal RPG Maker files are in here now. You will see a new one called readme.md. That's a markdown readme. That's from GitHub. And you might eventually find a blank file in there that doesn't have a file name, or it might be called .gitignore. Leave it. It's fine. That's where it goes. Now, all of this that has been downloaded is what I have on my computer right now. And so the game.rpg project will open up the one that I've been using, and all of the assets that I have installed right now are on here. Now, if I make any changes to anything on here, you will not have them until you pull it down and you fetch. So if you see where it says fetch origin, never fetched, if you click that, it's going to refresh the repository and say it was last fetched just now. So I'm going to go over to my desktop, and you can't see it, and I'm going to make a commit that you'll be able to see on here, where I made Carlos's shop this morning. Add Carlos's shop. When you make a commit message, which you do right here, which I'll show you how to do in a minute, it will you do it in present tense. That's just one of those things that if you work with other projects, with other people, that it's just kind of the convention. Just show them what you've done in present tense. I really don't know why. So I'm pushing that stuff up to GitHub, and where it says here no local changes, I have no uncommitted text. What I've done in mine is I'm uploading a bunch of images and maps and stuff, and so I'm waiting on it. And now it's already pushed up, so I should be able now to fetch the origin, which it just means that's where it is. And you'll see remote compressing objects here. That means that it's downloading different things to this computer that I had uploaded to GitHub on the master branch. I know that maybe sound a little confusing, but see, now it's showing you that they're pull one commit from the master from Origin Remote. Origin Remote is just GitHub. That means that it is the main repository, and then the current branch master has a commit on GitHub that doesn't exist on your machine. That means that I made that commit where I added Carlos's shop to the project just now. If you want that one, you can hit pull origin, which you generally do because we'll be working on different branches, and that won't affect anything that we're working on when we're on a different branch. You can hit pull origin, and that will update the folder that you had cloned. Now you have Carlos's shop in the folder here. I have it on this computer. Now, if you're wanting to work on a different branch and you want to change anything on your own, on your side, that you don't want to just push in, which we'll both end up doing this from this point on, you'll hit the arrow next to current branch, and it's got the name here with a filter, and you're just being able to search them because you can go back. This is version control, so you can see what all changes have been made forever. What you're going to want to do is hit new branch right here, and it will be based on my currently checked out branch. And all that means, all checked out is the one you're currently working on. That is the one that you're currently making changes to. So where it says your new branch will be based on your currently checked out branch. When you're making a new one, you'll just name it whatever you want. So I'm just going to call this one BJK Mac demo, and I'm going to hit create branch. Now what this does is I've changed it to where I'm working on current branch here, BJK Mac demo, and my current branch hasn't been published on the remote site. That means that my PC or you can't see this yet. So let's say I want to actually get that up there to let you know that I'm working on a separate branch. I'll hit publish branch, and it's pushing it to the origin, fetching origin, all of this. Now, when you actually go into GitHub on the website or anything, you'll see this one. I'll click on Stratus RPG here. It'll now say in the middle here 2 branches, and there's master, which we've been working on, which I've been working on, and then you'll see BJK Mac demo. When you click into it, you'll see the same files like this, and it'll say right here, this branch is even with master. And what that means is that there have been no changes in this one and master. So I've either one of us has merged it with the master so that they are exactly the same, or you haven't done anything on this one. It will say here if you have updated the master and this one's not, or that this one's ahead of master, things like that. So you'll also see here where I added Carlos's shop that's where it shows up, and you'll see which files are changed when it's uploaded. When you click on the click in there, add Carlos's shop. What I changed was the map5.json. I changed some stuff and removed it. Red is what was removed, green is what was added in different files. I changed system.json and then added some PNG files for just different stuff I had in the DLC folder that I wanted. But that's what it is. That's how you use GitHub. Basically, we're going to want to make sure that we're up to date and we're working on these different branches. And when we want something the other one to see, we push it up and we do it. What a change will be, you'll be able to see it. Let's see, I'm going to open up the game dev, open up Stratus, and then I'm going to open up the RPG project itself. Hopefully it's recording while I do this. I haven't used this particular version of the software before, of the Camtasia that I'm recording with. I'm not sure if it will open. I may have to have Steam open first, because Mac Steam is super weird. Come on, Steam. Got open. Connecting. Derp. Updating. Yeah, there we go. Close all of that because no one cares. Go back in here to Game Dev, Stratus RPG, and Game Project. Now it should be opening up. I'm hoping. Cross my fingers. You know that there's issues with this. Oh, buddy. Well, let's do it the hard way then. I don't want to stream. I want to play it on this machine and hit launch. I'm logged into another computer. It'll disconnect it. Yeah, that's fine. My other computer's logged in. That's what the problem was. So now you'll see, here's Carlos's shop, by the way. That's what I've got so far. But let's say that I wanted to change part of this carpet for some reason. I've done that. Now there's partial red carpet in there. If I save this, when I go in here and save it, you will go back into the GitHub thing and you will see what was changed right here. And that was in the system, map info, and map 5 just from changing those tiles. So if I want to do that, I will put in here change carpet in Carlos's shop. And then I will commit to BJK Mac demo. That's what you hit. And then push one commit to origin remote. Right now that is just saved. You've saved those changes into the local repository. That means that it's basically a backup. That's what you've done, is you've made a backup of that change. And so when you want to, you go into push origin, and that just means it's going up to GitHub again, remember. And so that's saved, and now it's saved online, where when you go back into the repo either online or on my computer, it will show recently published branches was a BJK Mac demo. What you do if you want this to be merged into master, and you and I can walk through this later together, you'll hit this compare and pull request. And what a pull request is, it's kind of a silly naming convention, but that is saying that you want whoever is in control to pull that change into the master branch. Since you're considering that as the default, that is the one that you want you keep as the standard. You're saying that whoever is on that one is pulling any changes into it, even though it's stupid, and you're requesting that pull. So I'm going to leave the comment here, please pull my carpet into the master branch, please. I'm going to put a lot of these because I mean it, please. And then when I hit create pull request, that means that it's not done yet. That means that one of us, now we have an open pull request. So it basically tells us if what that does, the reason it doesn't do it automatically, is it will tell us if one of us has a conflict, if we've been editing the same files or something like that, where we need to pull one and then pull the other, something like that, where we don't want that to happen, and we can fix that as we go. So since there's no conflicts with the base branch, which that means master, you hit merge pull request and confirm that merge, and it's been merged and closed. You can delete this branch, but do not do that. The reason being, I don't like to delete branches because it gives you the history of the project. So just leave it and you are totally good. Now you can go into the code or Stratus RPG or wherever you are, and like this, and when you fetch origin again, you can either continue. What I would say is either check out a new branch since that one was closed, or move back to master and do whatever you got to do. But generally it's working on a new branch over and over again, where I would say I want to create a branch based on which one. You can branch off of a branch. So since that one's closed and we don't want to, since we've already merged it, we're going to branch off of the master again. And I'm just going to call this one BJK Mac. So this is the one that I'll work on when I'm on this computer. I'll create it. There it goes. I'll publish it. And now anything that I do on this computer, it all uses the same folder on the computer, but it just keeps them separated. Basically, these are little categories for you to use. But that's it. That's how you do it. And now I'll go onto my computer on my desktop where I've been working on it mainly, and then pull that change down from the master branch and just continue working on that one. And there'll be one that likely says like BJK PC that I'll be working on until we decide to merge in. Hopefully that made some kind of sense to you. If it didn't, let me know. But that is really all there is to GitHub. I know it might sound a little silly, but really that is all there is in terms of checking out branches, and it's just getting used to saving it and committing it. Once you save something, then you write what you did in that change on the commit, and then push it up. And that's really all it is. And we make sure that we are both working on the most updated version of whatever it is that we're working on. So that does include all of the media that you include. So any kind of characters or images or maps or anything at all that you've created or added in, that gets uploaded to GitHub as well and pulled back down. So you can access those anytime, either online or on your computer. So it's kind of like a backup, though Git is weird for backups, but it doesn't matter right now. But yeah, so I thought you might just prefer a walkthrough that you could go through and look at any given time. So, all right, let me know, buddy. Bye.